One step beyond you. Only one step, only one step, one step beyond you. Only one step, only one step, one step beyond you. One step beyond you.
Good morning. It's your girl Erica Lynn. Happy Friday! Wow, we back. Another week has passed, and I'm so excited that Friday is here. And it is time to get busy for the weekend, right? You guys have worked hard all week, and now it is time to play hard. I am just so excited about the things that have taken place over the last couple of weeks. Shout out to Leah. I wanted to say congratulations. Shout out to you for such a successful union win. You guys won from a landslide. We won from a landslide. So that extra motivation that you got from me and from many, many others, it really worked, right? Because you got a bonus on top of winning the union. You got something good and exciting. So I'm waiting to hear from you so you can talk to me about the exciting things that happen to you in your life. Good morning, Al. How are you? Good morning, Miss Deja. And you have a beautiful and wonderful day as well. So this morning, I'm just going to go back over a little things that we touched over the last 2 weeks. We have been focusing on goals. It was a series that it started out as one show and it kind of trickled over to a series because it was like, wow, you could talk about so many broad areas with goals. And that's where I end up doing. But also, while you're here, I want you, others who are not normally on my One Step Beyond You, make sure you like the page and follow so that when the shows come up every Friday, Facebook will alert you. And please share this live so other people can hear the good things that you get to hear. You get to hear my Friday motivation. So I just think that is wonderful. I'm running the show by myself today. So let me know how I do when I get to the end, right? Because I learned that if somebody can't do something for you, do you not do it? Do you just sit still and wait? Or do you get in, roll up your sleeves, and figure out how to do it for yourself, right? So anyway, so today we're focusing on goals part 3. And last week we kind of touched a little bit about SMART goals, which were specific, measurable, actionable, reasonable, and time bound. And remember, specific goals was, what is the specific goal you're trying to accomplish, and be specific about it. Measurable was, how can you measure your success? Think about how you would know when you've accomplished your goal. Actionable was, what are the actionable steps, aka objectives, needed to achieve the goal? Break the goal into smaller steps and list every step, everything along the way. Even if it's something as you want to learn, okay, how do I brush my teeth as effective so I don't have to go to the dentist, and when I go to the dentist they do all of this work. Then you want to document every step. I wake up in the morning, I yawn, and on down to the type of toothpaste you use, how many minutes you brush your teeth, whether it's from the inside or the out, from the back to the front, whichever way, if you brush your tongue. All of those are steps that you want to document. Reasonable. The reasonable part of a SMART goal is, who are the people that must support this goal? If you need the support of the manager, co-workers, friends, or family, make notes of it. So you want to have reasonable goals. Time bound is, when do you want to achieve the goal? Like, how long is it going to take for you to achieve the goal that you want to achieve? And so you got to think about all of these things. We also touched on like objectives. And one of the things that stood out to me, which was number 3, a topic-based goals can be professional, personal, career, and financial. So, like, many of us want to set goals in our personal life. We want to set goals in our professional life, in our career, and definitely financial, right? Because we want to have money to pay for all of this stuff. And, okay. And so I got this going on, y'all. I'm figuring it all out. There you go. Okay. I'm so smart. Okay. So anyway, when you focus on your goals, then that's how you accomplish them all the way to the end. And sometimes when you go on in the process of doing your goals, you get a little sidetracked and you're like, oh, I don't know if I can continue through this. But don't get distracted. Just call me. I'm going to make you laugh. And then you can do anything that you want to do. So anyway, this week, what I want to talk about is like when you're setting your goals, you cannot let small things get in the way. I know I joke about it, but everyday things come at us. Like, you can't afford to pay the daycare bill, so that affects you from going to work. Your car break down, somebody even steal your car. Like, that's a major woe. So how you gonna get back and forth to your business meetings or to work, or even trying to open a daycare? Like, how are you gonna get around? What if you have a car delivery service and you experience car trouble? Man, that may not be a small thing, but it's a thing that you can overcome. All you got to do is have faith and believe that if this is your purpose and your vision, God will make sure that you get a way to get your car fixed. Good morning, Latasha. God bless you. I'm so excited this morning, you guys. You know why I'm so excited? I actually went to bed last night. How many of you actually went to bed on time last night? That was a goal of mine, to make sure that every Friday morning, through hell and high water, when I get up on this in front of this camera, that I'm excited and motivated, no matter if I worked 1,000 hours through the week. What is the goal that I needed to accomplish to make sure that I'm up, my happy, upbeat self that you guys all know and love? That means I had to go to bed last night. Stop being on the phone, caking, right? Anyway, you don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Tweet that. That's y'all tweet for. I always say tweet, right? I don't even have a Twitter. I want somebody to show me how to activate the Twitter and work it. I want to learn that. That'll be my new thing for 2020. I can't take on nothing else this year in 2019. But anyway, like I said, you don't get what you wish for. You get what you work for. Setting and achieving goals can seem daunting, but with the right plan and motivation, achieving your dreams can be easier than expected. To ensure you reach your goals, make sure you are aware of the little things that create setbacks or even not allow you to reach your goals at all. So you got to be aware of the little things. The little man in the bucket that come at you and try to stop you from doing what you know you can do. But you got to be aware of those things and overcome and pray. I always say pray. Man, I'm telling you, God has saved me from a lot of things. Well, whether it's as simple as losing 10 pounds, potty training your toddler, or something more time consuming such as working towards a promotion or writing books, all goals need a plan and the right motivation behind them. So I question you, what is your plan? I want to know. Comment in the comments below. What is your plan? I also got another question because I'm a little bit nosy today. What motivates you in setting your goals and sticking to them? Like, in other words, what is your why? So please tell me this morning. That's my nosy question today. What is your plan? I like to hear you guys. What is your plan? Like, really, because the whole purpose of me doing these 3-part goal series is for you to develop a plan and work towards it. And I always like to motivate you and touch on areas that maybe I didn't think about touching on, but you might need to hear. And I come up with a creative, funny way to help you walk into your goals. But I like to know, what is your plans? Do you guys even have a plan? Can you at least tell me that in the comment section below? What is your plans? What motivates you into setting your goals and sticking to them? So in other words, what is your why? I like to know. When setting your goals, there is things that can unmotivate you. And the most important part is it to be conscious and aware of those things. Allowing your ego, man, I've been told I had a big ego. But allowing your ego to get in the way of achieving your goals is often a difficult aspect most individuals do not realize can stunt their growth and prevent the success from happening naturally. So in other words, if you got a big ego or a big head, sometimes it can set your growth. So for example, have you ever went into a room like everybody follow you, right? Say like you this big leader and everybody follows you, and then you go into the room because you know everybody follows you, and you go in there with this big ego. But the problem is, if you don't sit down and be quiet, you're gonna miss the information. You're gonna miss what God got for you because you don't know everything. And so he's always giving you information and good nuggets that you could use. So, let your ego down a little bit. It won't hurt. Just let it down a little bit. It is easy to become self-entitled and believe you deserve success whether you worked for it or not. It is a great thing to celebrate accomplishments along the path to success. However, always remember to stay grateful, show humility during the process. It was hard for me at first, right? Because I started this business and I wanted to be this great, successful, motivational speaker, right? And I wanted millions and thousands of followers. But the reality is, when it's my time, it's my time. When God make it so that I'll have millions and thousands of followers, that'll come. But in the meantime, while my business is small, I got room to make a whole lot of mistakes, right? And y'all could be like, Erica, I'm going to need you to correct that. So, in other words, I had to show humility also. And so you have to show humility too, because I know we always want things to just take off, but it doesn't necessarily happen that way, But I had to go through a process. I had to go through the 7 takes. Oh, over here. I think I had too much vitamins this morning. I had to go through the 7 techniques of healing because there are some things that was broken inside of me that I needed to heal from in order to move forward into my passion and my purpose that God had for me. And so whatever it is, whatever work that you need to do to get to the point where you want to be, get to your goal, reach your goals, then you have to do the work. Like it says, you have to do the work. If you don't do the work, then you can't get the results that you were looking for. There's always someone out there who has less than you, but yet manages to remain thankful for what they have. Showing gratitude towards others who have and are helping you in achieving your goals is a great start, as there will undoubtedly be many people who are part of the success in some way, shape, or form. Rome wasn't built by one person, but by many. You know how they say Rome wasn't built in a day? Again, Rome wasn't built by one person. And so even if your goals is to have a successful business or a successful travel company, if you want to open a successful nursing home, whatever it is, whatever your goal is, you are going to need help. Even though a lot of the footwork is going to have to be done by you. But just think, when you start hiring people into your company, then you know the basics of how your company, pretty much if somebody is not doing their job or somebody is trying to take advantage of you, because you just didn't start a company and say, hey, you get in there and you run it. So you don't know if they stealing from you. You don't know if they running the company properly. But if you did the work that you were supposed to do, then you will know, that they have done their job. So anyway, like I said, Rome wasn't built in a day. It was Rome wasn't built by one person. It was built by many. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My friends and my family and strangers that I didn't even know, people have really, really helped me on a regular basis. Like, I get phone calls from people that's like, I want to be a blessing to you. How can I help you reach your goals? Because ultimately, my goal is helping people. My goal is loving and mentoring and changing lives and encouraging and motivating and inspiring. And sometimes the motivator get a little tired. The motivator need motivating too. So then God sent people in my life that I didn't even know before, and they motivate me when I don't even know they motivate me. Like Pastor Barbara Bankston, she motivates me. Just the look, I just could go on to her picture, look at her face. Just to look at her, it totally motivates me because it's just something about her glow that just works for me. And I'll be like, okay, I got this. And when I talk to my kids, they motivate me and inspire me, because even as today, my son called me with some great news. That is so motivating and inspiring, because that means that I did my job when he was growing up. He went through all his woes and foes, and he stepped in as a man and solved his own problems. And so that is just a spectacular phenomenon for me to be blessed to be around wonderful and beautiful people that I see every day. Even when I go to church and I stand at the door and I greet people, that is so motivating to me to see all these wonderful people come in church and allow me to bless them with my hugs and my kisses and my smiles. That is like motivating. That like sets the tone for my day. See, they think that I'm helping them by hugging and kissing on them, but they really blessing me by allowing me to hug and kiss on them and pour into them some of my sunshine. So that's awesome. But sometimes I do get tired and exhausted, but I don't give up. And I keep trying different things until I get in my zone. And then when I try different things, other people just come in the way and say, well, hey, Eric, I got an idea. Can you try it this way? And that's where the humility and being humble comes in, that to be open to listen to other people's ideas. Just try it. Give it a try. It won't hurt you. It won't kill you. But what's most important, I want to say to you guys, forget about being a perfectionist. When you start a company, when you start a business, when you start setting goals, when you want to potty train, forget about being a perfectionist. Because if you're a perfectionist, you will struggle with letting this go and going with the flow. So you're not a go with the flow kind of person, because everything got to be organized. Everything got to be the way you want it to be. And God forbid one piece of hair gets out of the mix, you're going to go crazy. Like, you wouldn't even be on this camera today, right? If you was a perfectionist and you just kept seeing like one piece of hair sticking up, you'll be like, y'all, I got to stop this feed because I got to go fix this hair. But if you're not a perfectionist and you'll go with the flow kind of person, I'll be like, y'all, I got a piece of hair sticking up. Let's play a game with this piece of hair. Anyway, you can't let perfection stop you from your goals, because it will hinder your progress. Trying to completely control every element of your journey, it will make you frustrated. When things take place and are unexpected, it can turn you a little disheartening. But keep pursuing your goals anyway. No matter what happens, keep going for your goal. Just think about all the successful people who people tell you can't do that. Why would you try to open up that business? What is an Uber? Like, what if the person told them, like, how are you going to start a company like Uber when we got taxi cabs out here? Man, do you know Uber is $1 billion business? So you can't let things stop you and allow you from going forth in your purpose and your goals. So striving for perfection can be stressful. So rather than getting upset or upset at the unexpected, go with it. Take a step back, analyze the situation, and ask yourself, will this stop me from achieving my goal? Think about it. I'm telling y'all, I only had one vitamin this morning. Woo! Anyway, the next thing I want you to focus on is take small steps. By creating a plan for your goal and divide it into smaller steps, you eliminate the fear of failure and procrastination. Big steps can be intimidating to you, resulting in a fear of trying to fail or a fear of failing. Dividing goals into small steps and creating a simple list of tasks to complete each day makes the path towards success a lot easier to manage, as well as quick to achieve. So it is impossible to say no to do anything, anything, if you set it in small goals. So I know, like, some things, let's talk about potty training, for example. I had 3 kids, so I had to potty train. Although it was a long time ago, I don't think potty training has changed very much. But your goal is, I want my child to be potty trained by the age of 2. I don't want to keep spending all this money on diapers. And you okay, today we're going to wake up and you're going to sit them on the potty. The truth is, that first week or that first day, sometimes you sit your child on the potty, they sit there for hours playing a game. They want to eat, they want to do something, and they never use the bathroom. But when they get up to go do something different, because you sat here long enough, then they go potty. My nose itching. Then they go potty, right? So that's the reality of You got to set small steps and just be appreciative of the small steps that you make. So the fact that the child even sat on the potty, they thank them. Yay, I appreciate you sitting on the potty. And then every day it gets a little bit easier because, again, Rome wasn't built overnight. If it doesn't adapt and move forward, not only will this help build creativity and adaptation skills, which can be handy in different areas of your life, but the unexpected might also create a new pathway for you to take to achieve your goals and efficiently. To achieve your goal efficiently. I haven't quite got the tongue twisted thing down packed though. I gotta work on that. Anyway, however, if it does not allow you from achieving your goal, work through this hurdle and set yourself back on the right path. So don't allow it to just like throw you totally off your path where you can't go back to it and you just like totally like, oh my God, this one thing didn't happen. Now I can't continue with my goal. Because there's a lot of things went wrong and one step beyond you. Man, there's a lot of things that went wrong. But because I'm focused and I have a big goal in mind, and it may take some years before I get to where I want to be, but I didn't allow it to stop me or hinder me. Most importantly, and this will be my last part that I want to touch on, learn from your failures. The inevitable step towards success, failure, is not a horrible thing. Most individuals fear failure and therefore won't even attempt to reach their dreams. However, there is a beauty in failure. There is beauty in failure. It is. Like I said again, there is beauty in failure. It really is. As it often reveals to you what you are doing wrong, what you could be doing better, and what ultimately needs to change. It's proof you are trying to get what you want and what you won't give up. Failure often leads to learning opportunities through experiences. Whether you learn something or about yourself you did not know, or whether you learn a skill that you didn't have, or you learn a new personality trait, or you learn something about somebody else. Whatever it is, failure will help you in doing so. And so you can modify those goals that you set according to the failures that you've received, so that in the future when you set new goals, now you already know what you did wrong. Either way, every failure when achieving goals or in life should be treated as a learning opportunity, not a setback. Don't treat it as a setback. I'm telling you, because if you do so, what will happen is all your goals will then be is just a dream. Why have a goal and it's only a dream? Make it reality. Focus on it, And what I like about things like, I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. I follow a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of business people, because they always say success leaves clues, right? And I've been following Damon John lately. You guys know who Damon John is, the FUBU guy from Shark Tank, right? Can I get a thumbs up? Can y'all tell me something? Hello, I like interactive response. Anyway, Damon John says, make your mistakes while your business is small and you're learning. So in other words, if you make mistakes while your business is small, now you get to learn what mistakes you made. You get to fix them. And what's most importantly, they don't cost that much. Because what if you spent the $50 to start your company, right? Many people think you need $500,000 to get your company started, but you don't. You might need $50, $100, whatever. But just think, if you made a mistake, what did you lose? $100. But what about those people who create a product, right? Or the social media people who come instantly successful, right? Because you posted a successful video on YouTube or Facebook, and the next day you woke up, you had like 1 million views, right? So those are instant success stories. But anyway, so just imagine that you had this great big success the next day, and now people are calling you like, we want to give you all this money. And you don't know what to do. So now you got to making all these mistakes while you figuring out these mistakes are going to cost you a lot of money. So you would rather make mistakes at a little or no cost than to make them at a great big cost to you. Does that make sense to anybody? Tell me if I'm on the right. Like, let me know if I'm on the right path, right? And if, let me know, because I could be wrong. But all I know is I made a lot of mistakes. One Step Beyond You has been up and running for almost 2 years now, and I have made mistakes. But I learned a lot from my mistakes. One of the things I learned, right? I know that these podcasts that I do, I felt like, okay, well, am I helping anybody? Am I blessing anybody? And then I went quiet for about 2 months because I was going through things in my own personal life. But what I learned from my mistake was people that are used to listening to my lives, my podcasts, that they get information, they get motivation and inspiration from me, they're texting me, Erica, where are you? They're calling me, like, where are you? They're inboxing me, like, where is it? And so I didn't think that I was adding any value to Facebook Live or that I was adding any value to you because I just didn't know. So the mistake I made was not saying, hey, y'all, I'm going through something. One Step Beyond You is going to be in hiatus. I'm on a break, but then I'll be back. So now, so what I learned is going forward, if I'm going to be out of town or I know I can't make the live, either pre-record the live so that I could drop it or make an announcement that I won't be live next week. Because the reality is, if I just touch one person and bless one person with my message and my purpose, then I've done my job. And that's what One Step is beyond you. Don't allow your limitations to hinder you, but take one step beyond you. So that's my core focus. That's everything that I'm about. So how can I be teaching you guys teaching you to take one step beyond you, but then I was struggling taking one step beyond me. So that was the thing about me being authentic. I like to be authentic. I like to be honest with you guys and say, hey, I'm struggling, or hey, I need a little help in this area. Because at the end of the day, I'm human and there's no such thing as perfection. As I said before, if I focus on being a perfectionist, then I wouldn't be on this live today. I would not be on this live today because there's a lot of things that can get in the way and stop me from giving the message. But what's most important, I went to sleep last night. I laugh, y'all, because that's a really big thing. Some people that know, if you guys know my work ethic, sometimes I work 15 hours a day, if not longer. And that's out, like, doing other stuff. Then I come and I work in my in-home office and I work on One Step Beyond You, writing speeches, developing programs, doing all the kind of stuff that I do. But I realized that I got to go. And I got to be willing to do the work because nobody is going to come in and do the work for me. And face it, if I work hard on developing my programs, when I'm standing up on stage and I'm teaching and I'm speaking to people, then I'm able to retain the information. And I actually know what I'm talking about, right? Have you ever had somebody to come to talk to you and they don't know what the heck they talking about? Yeah, that could have been me. But I'm sure you guys would have put me in my place and checked me like, hey, Erica, go back and do some reading. Oh, good morning, Deborah Mitchell. Thank you for following me. I appreciate that. Well, in other words, I had to look up the scripture. It said was Zechariah 4:10. The scripture says, who dares despise the day of small things, since the 7 eyes of the Lord that range throughout the earth will rejoice when they see the chosen capstone in the hand of Zerubbabel. I can't pronounce it. Forgive me, Lord. But in other words, the interpretation that I always get of the scripture is do not despise small beginnings, because you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. And if you start out today, that doesn't mean that you know everything. You just had to start somewhere and you learn it along the way. So God bless all of you all who set goals and who are starting them and who have listened to the 3-part series. And if you just joined us today, remember, you can go back through the previous feeds and watch part 1 and 2. I'm not sure if they uploaded on YouTube. If they're not, they will be. If not, I got somebody I need to choke. But anyway, I want you guys to go to my YouTube channel and click follow, like, or subscribe. The YouTube channel is Erica Lynn Gillis. I'm also on Instagram, One Step Beyond You on Instagram. And if you're listening to this Facebook Live and you're on somebody else's page, go to One Step Beyond You and click like and follow so that you can get the future updates and the future lives that come on every Friday. Man, this was pretty good this morning. I was excited about it. I hope I blessed you guys with my message today, because that's my whole purpose, is totally motivate and inspire you so that when you set them goals and you go tell this baby to potty train, that in a week or 2 or 3, however long it takes, you no longer spending money on expensive Pampers and diapers. You actually buying those cool Superman or Wonder Woman underwear, right? I wonder, do they make those for adults? Just a thought. Oh, man, I cracked myself up. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the live this week. I got some things that I got to do today, so I got to get ready to get out of here. But I appreciate all the love and support. Please share this video on your Facebook page so that people can get motivated and inspired. And I always say it before, and I'm going to always say it. Drop me a line and say, Erica, we want you to talk about this. Can you touch on this subject? Can you touch on that? Because that's what I want to do, right? My goal, again, is to motivate and inspire all of you all. I love you guys. Thank you all for tuning in to this week One Step Beyond Live, Step Beyond You Live. This is your girl, Erica Lynn. And just remember, it only takes just one step beyond you. God bless you. I'll see you next week.